Welcome, everyone. The couple would like you to keep your phones put away for the ceremony. And then, of course, I'll share the photos afterwards. please stand for the bride.
Oh, I'm falling higher, flying deeper. Oh, the love I found. What do I do with the smile trapped in my mouth? How do I prove there's a ghost this time around? It's like catching fire, walking on water. Oh, the love I found. Say the word and I'll burn it all. Play the chord and I'll bleed some more. We ain't getting younger, age just a number. Oh, oh, oh.
You may all be seated. We gather here today. Am I on? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. We've gathered here today to celebrate the wedding of Brianna and Brandon. You've all come here to share in this commitment they are making to one another, to offer your love and support, and to allow them to start their married life surrounded by those most important to them. But before we begin, we'd like to take a moment to remember those who cannot be physically present with us. In loving memory, those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always there. Still loved, still missed, and very dear. So when we all observe a moment of silence to remember those watching from above. Okay, so now for a little fun to begin. The couple are going to turn around and let you all pull your phones out for a moment and take a photo of them before they become officially husband and wife. And then, of course, you got to put them back away, though. All right, we good? Yeah? Ever got one? All right. Deep breath. Today we should try to remember that a wedding is a symbol, a heartfelt and meaningful symbol, but a symbol nonetheless. This ceremony is not magic. It will not create a relationship that does not already exist and has not already been celebrated in all the commitments that you two have made to one another, both large and small, in the days since they first met at Rockfest over 5 years ago. What we are celebrating today is not the beginning of a marriage, but a marriage already in progress. The ceremony is a symbol of how far they have come together and a symbol of the promises they will continue to make to each other throughout their lives. And I can tell that they have and will forever choose this journey. I can tell that they truly embrace every challenge and adventure that they're faced with, and I can tell they enjoy each moment of their lives with each other. From this love story all started from working security together and sitting around the campfire, where Brianna has no recollection of meeting him. Fast forward to January of 2020 at Wagner's when Brianna delivered some food to a group of guys, with which one of them exclaimed, "Hi, Brianna." To which Brianna thought it was a guy named Adam she'd met before. But it didn't hurt Brandon too much because he did slip a receipt to her, which she does still have to this day, with his actual name and phone number on it before he left that night. Brianna found a lucky penny under that table when she cleaned it, so she took that as a sign to text him. And look where that text has brought us to. That chance initial meeting, then the chance re-meeting, brought these two to truly getting to know each other through a deep and incredibly special friendship, which included a long-distance relationship for a year, lots of FaceTiming, lots of texts, and hours of long phone calls. Many miles traveled between Onalaska, I hope I said that right, and Eau Claire, but all done with great love and deep intention. These two kept falling deeper and deeper in love as they grew together and navigated life, which all culminated in a sweet, surprising proposal on their 3-year anniversary. After crock-pot cinnamon rolls with peach filling and coffee, these two lovebirds headed on a hiking adventure at a scenic outlook outside Stoddard. Since it was closed, it was a steep hike, and they climbed over a stone wall, and Brianna was contemplating how they were going to even fit together in front of the small wall to take a photo. So when she turned away for just 1 second and turned back, there was Brandon on one knee, asking the love of his life to marry him. Brianna recalled how she was laughing like a hyena and couldn't believe this was happening. But it was, and she finally composed herself and said, "Duh, of course I'll marry you." The embrace that followed that proposal was one for the books. Brandon, I'd say you won for the surprise factor and the sweetness factor. Brandon, Brianna, I don't think there are two people more meant for each other than you two. I love that you can easily make each other smile. I've seen that a couple times. That you enjoy experiencing new things with one another, enjoying your favorite comic, Daniel Sloss, watching Vikings, eating at Matsumoto Ramen House, or fishing and boating on the Mississippi, that you can make light of any situation, and that you care endlessly about the important people in your lives. Over these past 5 years together, you've shared so many special moments that have added elements to your love story. You write new chapters every day, and it's so important to be understanding of each other's flaws and celebratory of each other's accomplishments. I'm honored to stand here with you two today, witnessed by your family and friends, to make this bond official and see your love story taken to a whole nother level. While getting to know these two, it became obvious that they are absolutely soulmates. I know some people don't believe in the term, but I can see it. They're so in sync, silly, and loyal, and the things that they cherish and enjoy most perfectly align. This became especially true when I asked Brandon to explain his bride in 3 words: selfless, stubborn, and loyal. Which complemented what Brianna said about him: patient, strong, and her safe place. These two love kayaking on Moose Lake, sipping cervezas in Mexico, and fishing on Lake Fork, as well as just relaxing at home with Brixley, Jackie, and Peaches. I can tell that they have the most genuine and truly special connection that shines in the eyes of them both. I can tell from the way you two communicate you are always considering the other's feelings, and that will be so important in your journey through life together, especially as you face trials and tribulations. And the combination of love, passion, humor, drive, and commitment that you two share are all the ingredients needed to create and maintain a successful marriage. Now you both know the special attributes and quirks about each other, which prove you're paying attention to the little things, which you'll quickly learn in marriage are the big things. Brianna told me that Brandon's favorite female artist is Zendaya? Zendaya? See? That'd be one or the other. Brandon told me that Brianna will find him recipes, but he does most of the cooking with his own spin on it, because Brianna does not like doing that at all. I also heard that she's a dirty fighter when she's losing. Case in point, a fight with Jordan. Sorry, Jordan. We don't like to lose, right? No. These two have spent the necessary time getting to know each other on a different level than anyone else ever will. It proves they love unconditionally and that they will embrace any differences. As a couple over the years, you're going to identify traits that may make you a little nuts at times or put you into complete awe of the other. We're always learning about one another, and the fact that you love each other the way that you do, I know you'll accept one another no matter what. So now I always like to find out from couples what their first impression was of the other and how that evolved into knowing that they had found the one. Brandon, Brianna said her first impression of you was that you were very cute, funny, had a calming presence, that you were easy to talk to, respectful, and not pushy at all. And Brianna, Brandon said his first impression of you was that you were stunning, and that both times you met at Rockfest and Wagner's, you didn't remember him. Oops, it's okay. And Brianna, when I asked him how he knew you were the one, I have to tell you exactly what he said. She accepted everything about me. the good, the bad, and the ugly. She lived with my parents for about 9 months so that she did not have to work so much and could focus on finishing college. She was not scared off by my father. The Dorn family has their own comical humor. At first, she was a little thrown off from it, but now she dishes it right back without having to really think about the comeback. You both told me how the thing you love most about each other, exact same word, was your dedication. Brandon said, when you put your mind to something, Brianna, you will get it done. And Brianna said, Brandon, your unwavering dedication to the people and things you love stands out to her. And Brianna said that your patience with her anxiety and her trauma, your willingness to stay in Wisconsin instead of moving to a warmer state for her, your dedication to making time to see her and FaceTime and talk on the phone when you two lived apart for the first year, all of this told her that you were the keeper of her heart. It's so cool to see two people who truly are each other's biggest cheerleaders, vowing to be that for one another for the rest of your forevers. Brandon, Brianna, the love that you two show one another, along with your ability to make each other feel safe and respected, prove to me and everyone here that's here to support you that you truly are meant to be. You see, there are moments in life when you realize something is meant to be. And for you two, you knew that forever together was where you wanted and are meant to be. I'm excited for you two to explore this great world together, conquer your dreams side by side, and I'm stoked to see the love between you two continue to blossom in the years to come. So promise today to always keep making the other smile. It's important to share those deep gut laughs and not take life too seriously. The one thing I can tell for sure is that you two wholeheartedly love each other, and you might be excited for the party to get started tonight. Brianna, Brandon told me more than anything today he was looking forward to seeing you walk down that aisle in that dress and that enjoying this day with you by his side. And Brianna said she could not wait to see your face at the end of the aisle as she walked down the aisle in that dress, saying your vows to one another and sharing your first dance tonight. And you both shared the same sentiment that you're excited to bring your friends and family together to celebrate your love. I know you both have been looking forward to seeing all the planning come to fruition and to create those special moments with all those special people in one place. That'll be memories you can hold on to for the rest of your lives. But I want to make sure you both take a moment together to take it all in. So look into each other's eyes, soak in this very second, and then take a look out at your guests, all of your family and friends who are very excited for you two today. This is what life is all about. I do also want you two to remember these lyrics from Latch by Sam Smith. I can't do it in EDM voice, but it's the words. You lift my heart up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I'll try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe, now that I know what I have found. Brandon, Brianna, these lyrics showcase how you've lifted each other up through the hard times. You enchanted each other as you navigated a long-distance relationship. And when there are obstacles that you'll face, you will knock them down because you're hooked on one another for life. Like that, hooked fishing, you like that? You'll love each other unconditionally from this day forward. You'll be there for each other through the happy days, the sad ones, all those in between. You'll take chances, take leaps of faith, and be each other's guides when you get a little lost. And with a love like yours, you'll always find your way home. I know you two will ease any fears you may encounter because your passion and your dedication to your love will guide the way. You'll soon become husband and wife. Eek. And I'm more than confident that you're able to support and be there for one another through the difficult times, that you'll smile and laugh through the good ones. And it's apparent to me and everyone that you have here to support you that you have an unbreakable bond that'll surely carry you through this crazy thing called life. Now, marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. It's important to remember that a good marriage must be established and maintained for all the years to come. So as you prepare to share your vows with one another and exchange rings, please remember this reading that Carly will be sharing.
Humans have never understood the power of love, for if they had, they would have surely built noble temples and altars and offered solemn sacrifices. But this is not done, and most certainly ought to be done, since love is our best friend, our helper, and the healer of the ills which prevent us from being happy. To understand the power of love, we must understand that our original human nature was not like it is now, but different. beings each had 2 sets of arms, 2 sets of legs, looking in opposite directions. There were 3 one of the sun, one made of 2 women called the children of the earth, and a third made of a man and a woman called the children of the moon. Humans, the gods began to fear that their reign might be threatened. They sought for a way to end the humans' insolence without destroying them. It was at this point that Zeus decided to divide the humans in half. After the division of the 2 parts, each desiring their other half, they came together and, throwing their arms about one another, entwined in mutual embraces, longing to grow into one. For ancient is the desire of one another which is implanted in us, reuniting our original nature, making one of 2, and healing the state of humankind. Each of us, when separated, having one side only, is always looking for our other half. And when one of us meets our other half, we are lost in an amazement of love and friendship and intimacy, and would not be out of the other's sight for even a moment. We pass our whole lives together, desiring that we should be melted into one, to spend our lives as one person instead of 2, and so that after our death there will be one departed soul instead of 2. This is the very expression of our ancient need, and the reason is that human nature was originally one, and we were a whole, and the desire and pursuit of that whole is called love.
Thank you, Carly. Brandon and Brianna, the vows that you're about to share are the way to share your love and commitment to each other in your own words. Poems, readings, quotes can't always say what's in your heart. So, with that, let's flip a quarter and see who goes first.
Can everybody hear me? Hello. I need your hand. Oh dear. Oops. Not ready here. I might not need your hand. I'm sorry. Brandon, there is so much I have to say, want to say, but standing here with you today, I have only so much time. It gives me comfort knowing that I will have a lifetime to tell you everything. From the moment we met, you have been my calm in the storm, my laughter on a tough day, and my strength when I did not think I could carry on. I love you for your patience, your intelligence, and your cooking skills. You have been my safe place, the one who has always seen me who when no one else did, and I will be forever grateful for that. I cherish our days fishing at the Mississippi River, even if I do end up napping or reading 2 hours in. Thank you for always getting me enough snacks so we can stay out for you to catch your 50 bass. I love our lazy days filled with stand-up comedy or Fire Country or whatever show I made you swear to not watch without me. I love our ramen dates to Matsumoto and those kitchen cooking sessions where you cook and I stand at the ready with my spatula. Today, I promise to stay dedicated to our life and our marriage, to be by your side through every adventure and challenge. I promise to support you in all your dreams, even if they involve upgrading the boat every few years. I promise to be your strength when you feel weak, hold you when you're sad, and guide you when you are lost. I promise to love you with my entire heart, to always laugh with you and stand by you forever through all of our lives' ups, downs, and every fishing trip in between. I choose you, Brandon, today, every day, for the rest of our lives, and even in the afterlife. Love you.
I gotta follow that up. A freaking book over here. Okay. See if I can get through this now. Brianna, when we first met, it was not the most memorable moment. But I do remember sitting around that fire at Rockfest, talking to you and thinking how gorgeous you were. You then decided to tell me that you had a boyfriend, so I cut things off and I just went to bed. Months had gone by, and I remember both Mike and Justin telling me that you had become single, and me telling them to give you my number. Nothing ever really came up of it. By pure coincidence, I was with friends visiting them in Eau Claire, where I happened to run into you while you were working at Wagner's. I didn't know what I should do to give you my number or to ask for yours, because of what my cousins had told me about you. Talking to one of your coworkers, she said to leave it in your hands and for me to just give you my phone number. Surprisingly, later that night, I gave you my number and you texted me. And we never stopped messaging each other. Every day, with every text, with every interaction we had, I was falling more and more in love with you. To this day, I still find it crazy how the pieces have fallen in place where we are in front of our friends and our family. Before we met at Rockfest, I had given up on trying to find the one that I'd want to spend the rest of my days with. When we first started this, we both said that we were taking a leap of faith at this. As I'm writing this, I'm sitting here in our house, watching our cat try to chase after the bugs, making me laugh because she is fat and falling all over the place. Even though this is not the same leap that I was talking about, this is the aftermath of the leap that we both took to be in this place. I know for certain that we both made the right choice in choosing each other. Even though it feels like we have been together for so long already, we have so much of our life to spend together. There are more adventures to be had, more cities to see, and more people to meet. The endless projects that we have started on this house, there is no one else that I'd rather do it with besides you. I'm betting by now that I'm starting to crack up, and my words are going to be a little difficult to say, but this shows the true love that I have for you and only you. And I know that you have for me. Even though right now this is going to be the happiest moment in our life, we're going to have difficult times. I promise to be by your side through all the hard moments in your life. I promise to always take care of you when you're sick, even if it's... I promise to always prioritize you over anything else, even if it cuts into my fishing time. I promise to always be patient with you, even when you're hangry and you know all you need to do is eat. I will be there to make you a snack. To Brian, I thank you for raising Brianna to be the woman that she is today. I thank you for being by her side. I thank you for letting me into the family and not let me visit that Remington that you have told me about. Last night, we were joking around saying that there's a 30-day return that I have on Brianna. We may have been joking around, but I know standing here right now that I'll always be by her side. Thank you for trusting me and giving me your hand. As I stated earlier, I promise to always be by her side and protect her and to cherish her. To my mom and dad, thank you for making me the man that I am today. You two have taught me many things, to love and to laugh and joke, to care for the ones that you truly love. I see truly how happy you both are, and I hope that Brianna and I can be like that every single day. I know that I am not perfect, and I know that you're not perfect either, but you're my parents, and I will always still come to you for advice when Brianna comes up with the crazy ideas for the house. And I wouldn't even know where to start with. Thank you for accepting Brianna for who she is. I know you both love her very much. And lastly, Brianna, thank you for accepting me and my flaws. Thank you for choosing me. I look forward to making all these new memories together and to call you my wife. I love you lots and lots.
Tater tots.
That was long.
It was longer than mine. I was afraid. Oh, thanks.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
don't know how. Well, I don't know how to follow that with anything else. Except, Brandon, do you take Brianna to be your wife? Brianna, do you take Brandon to be your husband? Could I have Haley come up, please, to share the Apache wedding prayer?
Need to compose myself, sorry. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there is no more loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are two bodies, but there is one life before you. Go now to your dwelling place, to enter into the days of your togetherness, and may your days be good and long upon this earth.
As these two hold hands, all of you in the audience who love each other, please take each other's hands as well. To reach out to someone and be acknowledged and loved is a human need. I'm like, oh no, what happened? Taking the hand of one who loves you is a powerful symbol of that unspoken bond. This is a beautiful way to celebrate with these two in their commitment today. So this is the point in the ceremony when people usually talk about the wedding bands being a perfect circle, having no beginning, no end. But we all know that these rings do have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth. Metals are liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees. The hot metal is forged, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from the raw elements. Love is like that. It comes from humble beginnings made by imperfect beings. It's the process of making something beautiful where there once was nothing at all. So Brandon, if you'll take Brianna's ring, place it on her finger, and repeat after me. With this ring, I marry you and bind my life to yours. It is a symbol of my forever love, my everlasting friendship, and the promise of all my tomorrows. With this ring, I marry you and bind my life to yours. It is a symbol of my forever love, my everlasting friendship, and the promise of all my tomorrows. Now you've exchanged these rings as a symbol of unity, in which your two lives are now joined in an unbroken circle. Wherever you go, you will always return to one another. This is the promise of love that you're giving. The ring represents you giving the best of yourself to one another in the commitment of sharing your time, joy, strength, and imagination to this relationship. Brianna and Brandon, it is the fasting of your hands that seals your spiritual commitment to one another. As your hands meet your partner's, may you look into each other's eyes. Recall the joys and sorrows that you've celebrated and endured together. Take note of the support that you're feeling and know that this support will exist for you for always. As I fastened your hands together with these two ropes, one of which is made from Chris and Drew's shirts and the other which is made from Brian and Hillary's, which also represents your mom. The love in these ropes shows the support offered by both families as you two join in marriage today. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you. They are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you together continue building your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow, or as in today, tears of joy. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. So may this hand-fasting ceremony, combined with the love shared in your vows and the rings that you will eternally wear on your fingers, all be beautiful reminders of this incredibly special day. So Brandon and Brianna, as you begin this journey as husband and wife, I'd like to close this ceremony with inviting Taylor up to share Love Is Not to Possess by James Kavanaugh.
To love is not to possess, to own or imprison, nor to lose one's self in another. Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that lonely isolation does not permit. It is finally to be able to be who we really are, nor no longer clinging to childish dependency, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself and permanently join in permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self.
And lastly, before the big moment, I'd like to close this with Buried Light by Bo Taplin. Home is not where you are from, it is where you belong. Some people travel the whole world to find it, and others find it in a person. Brianna, Brandon, your hearts are now home. And with that, it's my honor to pronounce husband and wife. Brandon, kiss your beautiful bride. For the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Dorn.
My first, my last, my everything, and the answer to all my dreams. You're my sun, my moon, my guiding star, my kind of wonderful. That's what you are. I know there's only one like you. There's no way they could have made two. You're all I'm living for. Your love I'll keep forevermore. You're the first, you're the last, my everything. I found so many things, a love so new only you could bring. Can't you see it's you? You make me feel this way. Your
couple invite you to enjoy cocktail hour inside, but if immediate family can stay in their seats for photos, that would be great. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
I'm lost in